Good evening, legislators, self-advocates, and community members. My name is Julie Clark, and I am using my Tobii Dynavox, a speech device, to share my message about why I feel no one needs to live in an institutional setting. These are my own words, and my speech device will help me get them out clearly. Cerebral palsy is my disability. I am 58 years old, and I live in Olympia, Washington. I spent 3 months at Western State Hospital in 2001. CoQS Services is a residential provider, and they got me out of the hospital in September of that year and put me into my apartment with day and evening caregivers. I was in independent living. In independent living, my caregivers did cook and clean. I was able to come and go as I pleased. I used public transportation. Being independent was especially important to me because I could set my schedule. I chose how to run my life. I worked for the Department of Health and Human Services as a secretary for 17 years before I retired in 2018. Working was essential to me because I contributed to my community. I was an important member of that organization for many years. My church is the United Churches of Olympia, where I have been a member for over 25 years. I am an active member of my church. The church is essential to me. As I aged, I could not take care of myself. I needed to have 24-hour care. So, CoQA placed me in a shared home that CoQA runs. I had a roommate who was yelling all the time. My roommate would assault the caregivers. Being in the shared home was not safe for me. In November 2019, I moved to an apartment in Lacey with CoQA Services help. I get 24-hour care. A nurse comes to check up on me because my hair is high. I have a feeding tube, a vest chest compression machine, and a Hoyer lift. My caregivers go everywhere I go. It is nice to be living on my own again. I was in and out of the hospital with pneumonia for the last 6 months of 2019. In August 2024, I moved into another shared home that CoQA Services runs. I have 3 roommates. This is also a 24-hour house. I love living here. I was in community inclusion, part of a supported employment program that allows me to continue to be active in my community now that I am retired. It is still essential for me to be involved in the community. I do a lot of advocacy and volunteer work. Now, I am working for CoQA Services as a client perspective and advocacy specialist. I presented to new employees from a client's point of view. I started in June of 2022. This job is the best I have ever had because I can immediately make a difference in clients' lives. When I was in an institution, I could not do what I could do in the community. I am pleased to be part of the community, setting my own schedule and participating in activities that interest me. I have all the freedom my health will allow, and I am grateful to be an active part of my community. I feel strongly about the institutions. I would suggest you say I feel strongly about shutting down institutions and building community support. Disabled people need to live in the community instead of in an institution. There is much more abuse in the institutions than in the community. I feel strongly about the institutions. Julie Clark.